I am going to say something to you right now that I need you to truly hear. Not just listen to dot here. I have been walking this earth for 94 years. 94 years of watching people I loved more than my own breath leave this world too soon. Not because life was cruel to them specifically. Not because they had bad luck or bad genes, but because they would not let go of certain things, habits, patterns, ways of living that felt harmless, that even felt normal, but were quietly, invisibly, steadily stealing years from their lives while they slept. I have buried my mother, my father, 3 sisters, my husband of 47 years, friends I thought would outlive me, people who were stronger than me, smarter than me, more talented than me in every way that the world counts talent. And I started noticing something at the funerals. The ones who went early, they all had things in common. 7 things. Not bad luck, not fate. 7 specific habits they refused to release even when their bodies were begging them to let go. I am 94 years old. My name is Clara Mae Johnson, and I am not sitting here today to impress you with my age or to tell you a feel-good story that leaves you nodding and then forgetting by tomorrow morning. I am sitting here because I am begging you, genuinely, from the deepest place in me, to stop doing these 7 things before they take from you what they took from the people I loved. One of these 7 things may be destroying your life right now, today, and you may not even know it yet. So sit down, stay with me, because what I am about to tell you took me 94 years to fully understand, and I am going to give it to you in the next 10 minutes. My grandmother said this to me when I was no taller than her hip. She said, Clara Mae, close that kitchen when the sun closes its eye. I thought she was old-fashioned. I thought I knew better. I was young and certain and completely wrong. For years I did what most people do. I had my supper. Then I sat in front of the television and had a little something extra. Some crackers, a little sweet thing, something cold from the refrigerator. Seemed like nothing, seemed harmless, seemed like the smallest possible thing a person could do. But I started waking up tired in a way that sleep could not fix. My joints complained before I even stood up fully in the morning. I felt heavy, not just in my body, but in my spirit, like something in me was working too hard at the wrong hour and never getting to rest. About 50 years ago, I finally understood what my grandmother had been trying to tell me. Your body does its healing at night. It's repairing. It's cleaning every organ, every cell, working quietly in the dark to restore what the day broke down. But your body cannot clean the house if it is still cooking dinner. When you eat late at night, you force your digestive system to stay awake and work when it was designed to rest. Your blood sugar spikes. Your sleep quality collapses. Your body stores what it should be burning. And by morning, you wake up feeling not restored, but exhausted, because your body spent the night doing 2 jobs at once and did neither one well. I stopped eating after 6 in the evening, 7 in summer when the light stays long. After that, nothing but water or a gentle cup of tea. Within 1 month, I woke up different, lighter, clearer, more present in my own body than I had felt in years. That was 50 years ago. I have not looked back once. Close the kitchen when the sun closes its eye. Your grandmother probably said something similar. She was right. Listen to her now, even if you did not then. This one is going to sting. I know it will because it stung me for a very long time before I finally accepted it. I used to be a fighter, not with my fists, with my words. Somebody said something wrong, something ignorant, something that I knew with every fiber of my being was completely incorrect. And I had to correct them. I had to make them see. I had to explain it until they understood. I had to win. Do you know what all of that fighting got me? High blood pressure, sleepless nights, a jaw that ached from tension, and not one single changed mind. Not one. In all the years I spent correcting people, explaining things to people, arguing with people, I cannot point to a single person whose mind I actually changed by arguing with them. People believe what they are ready to believe, and no amount of your energy, your logic, your passion, or your frustration will move someone 1 inch closer to a truth they have decided they do not want. Running around trying to fix everyone else's thinking is like trying to empty the ocean with a teaspoon. You exhaust yourself completely, and the ocean does not notice you were ever there. Now, when someone says something that used to make my blood rise, I do something different. I smile, I nod, and I protect my peace like it is money in the bank. Because it is. Every argument you walk away from is energy you keep. Energy that your heart does not have to spend. Energy that your blood pressure does not have to pay for. I watched people I loved aged 10 years and 5 because they could not stop fighting battles that were never theirs to win. I watched them shrink. I watched the light go out of their eyes, one argument at a time. Stop arguing with people who are not ready to change. It is not weakness. It is the most powerful decision you will make for your body and your longevity. I promise you that with everything I have. I want to be very clear about something before I say this. I am not talking about going to a gym. I have never set foot inside a gym in 94 years, and I do not intend to start now. I am talking about something much simpler and much more important than any gym membership. I am talking about simply refusing to stay still. My husband, God rest his soul, loved his recliner. From the moment breakfast was finished until the moment supper was ready, he was in that chair, television on, feet up, perfectly comfortable. He was gone at 71. I move every day, not dramatically, not impressively. I walk to the mailbox. I walk around the garden even when there is nothing to do in it, just to walk. I stand up when I am on the telephone instead of sitting. I hang my own laundry. I climb my own stairs. I do the small physical things that it would be easier to let someone else do, because I understand now what doing them myself is actually doing for me. Your body is like a creek. When the water moves, it stays clear, clean, alive. When it sits still, it goes murky. It stagnates. Things start growing in it that should not be there. The human body was not designed for the amount of sitting that modern life asks of it. We were built to move, to walk, to carry things, to stand. And when we stop doing those things, when we hand them all over to chairs and cars and elevators and convenience, our bodies begin the process of forgetting how. I do not care if you are 30 years old or 80 years old. If you are sitting more than you are moving today, you are aging faster than you need to. That is not an opinion. That is what I have watched happen to human bodies for 9 decades. Get up, walk to something. Stand while you read this. Your body is asking you. Start listening. I had a sister. Her name was Rosie, my youngest sister, the one I taught to braid hair, the one I walked to school when she was too small to go alone. And she did something to me, something real, something deep and wrong that I'm not going to describe in detail, because the details do not matter now, and they did not matter as much as I thought they did even then. For 17 years I did not speak to her, would not say her name in a room, would not look at her photograph. I carried what she did to me like a stone in my pocket, a heavy, sharp-edged stone that I reached for constantly just to remind myself how much it hurt. And Rosie was fine, living her life, laughing at things, not losing a single night of sleep over what stood between us. But me, I was the one suffering every day. I was the one waking up at 3 in the morning with that stone in my chest. I was the one whose body was absorbing 17 years of unresolved anger like a slow poison soaking into the walls of a house. They call it cortisol, the stress hormone your body produces when you are holding pain and anger that has nowhere to go. I call it slow death because that is what it is. It damages your heart. It disrupts your digestion. It clouds your thinking. It ages your face and your cells and your spirit in ways that no cream and no supplement can reverse. One day I called Rosie. I said, "I forgive you." She wept. I wept. We never spoke of it again, and we did not need to. And I felt immediately, physically, genuinely minus 20 pounds lighter, as if my body had been waiting years for permission to put that weight down. Whoever hurt you, let it go. Not for them. They may not deserve your forgiveness, and that is not the point. Let it go for you, for your heart, for your blood pressure, for the years that unforgiveness is currently stealing from you quietly and without your permission. Your body cannot heal what your heart will not release.